In Berlin, young hacker Benjamin is sitting in an interrogation room. To provide valuable information to interrogated officer Hanna, the head of the cyber division of Europol. Then Benjamin starts the story from his childhood. Benjamin always wants to do remarkable things as a kid, but he is all alone. His father died letting her grandmother suffer from brain tumors. Her only memory of her father is the bullets that killed him during the war. Benjamin's mother left him, so his grandmother has to raise him. Magic has always been a hobby of Benjamin, and when he grows into a teenager, he changes that passion into hacking. He's incredibly good at the internet world, unlike in real life where he's an ignored loser. His hero eventually becomes a famous hacker known as MRX, and Benjamin learns to manipulate pharmacy systems in the city from him. He also learns the 3 rules every hacker should follow: no system is safe, aims for the impossible, and have fun on both the internet and in real life. This made it impossible because he has only a lame pizza delivery job as he never went to college. One evening, he makes a delivery to a house party that includes Marie, his childhood crush, but she doesn't recognize who he is. She also defended him from being bullied by her friends as he holds humanity. Benjamin tries to thank her, but she considers him a weirdo and Benjamin leaves the place. While going outside, he overhears Marie mentioning she wishes she could have the exam answers, so he decides to break into the university and hack the central server. That way he could impress her and get her to marry him. While hacking the papers, he was unfortunately caught by a security guard and had to serve community service. And while dusting the streets, Benjamin gets to meet Max, a very charismatic man that is impressed by his hacking story and invites him to a party later. Max takes Benjamin to a private office and introduces him to software master Stefan and hardware freak Paul, who ask Benjamin to prove his hacking skills. He proves them in a matter of seconds by hacking police servers. This also gets the attention of the police, so Benjamin brings the power back before running away. On their way out, they bump into Marie, who recognizes Benjamin as the delivery guy and gets dragged into running with them by Max. Marie finally realizes Benjamin is the loser from high school. When Max returns home, he finds his grandmother missing. Luckily, he finds her wandering the roads. A few days later, Max finds Benjamin again and reminds him of MRX's rules, meaning Benjamin needs to start enjoying life. Max asks him to join his hacking team. Afterward, they meet with Paul and Stefan on a street and they steal a minivan that they take to a political conference hall. Using fake IDs they made themselves, they sneak inside and Benjamin approaches the main laptop and uploaded the file given by Max. Once the computer has been hacked, they run back to hide in a van and change the conference presentation for a humorous video of Hitler. In a few seconds they were caught by the security guards, but Max manages to run away. Back in the present, Hanna doesn't believe Benjamin, so he impresses her by mentioning lots of details about her private hacking life. After that successful prank, the group settled in Benjamin's house for the next operation. Their prank is going viral on the internet, and while Paul doesn't like the attention, Max loves it and wants to become as famous as MRX. They use a clown mask and name their group Clay, which stands for Clowns Laughing at You. After that, Clay begins working on all kinds of hacking pranks, by changing news graphics and building advertisement boards on the building of a big pharma company. They don't take anything seriously. After this, hard work soon makes Clay famous both on the internet and in the news in real life. One afternoon, they met Marie again, but Benjamin only manages to say hi to her. It was around this time that the German government collaborated with Hanna. There's been a few important attacks on government systems by a dangerous Russian cyber mafia named FR-13NDs. Meanwhile, the boys hack an online radio contest and win a Porsche. One afternoon, he met Marie again and impresses her with the car, so after chatting a bit about her exams, Benjamin decides to kiss her. This upsets Marie and she left. The next morning, the group is surprised to find a message from Marx and Hanna making fun of them by tagging them as a small harmless hacking group. This enrages Max, who is obsessed with trying to impress MRX. For proving themselves worthy, they decided to hack the main building of BND, the German Central Intelligence. They follow a trash truck containing waste papers from printers. Once everything is in the dumpster, they dive in for anything useful. They end up finding a birthday card with a name on it, and with that name, they find the email address of a BND worker. Through a process known as phishing, they send a fraudulent link pretending it's cute pictures, and when the employee clicks on it, she grants them instant access to her computer. From this email, Clay orders 4 cards for themselves and manage to easily enter the BND building through the front door. As soon as they're gone, the prank kicks in and every printer in the building prints dozens of pages with a cheeky message from Clay. That night, the group goes to a club to celebrate their successful prank. In the club, Benjamin finds out Max kissing Marie. Furious and heartbroken, Benjamin returns home. Max and Benjamin got up in an argument and Max leaves the place by taking the Clay access codes. The idea of being a betrayal hit him hard because Benjamin doesn't want to be a loser again. Thus he reveals he stole classified data from the BND servers and gifts it to MRX to prove his skills. The next day, after Hana visits the BND building for clues about the latest prank, she finds a dead body of an agent. Now Hana's position is hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, Max, Paul, and Stefan show up at Benjamin's place, and again a fight begins. Paul tells them the latest news that appears on TV, revealing that the agent was killed because the information that was stolen from the BND servers revealed his name to FR13NDS, which MRX works for, and now Clay is labeled as a terrorist group. The group freaks out and started blaming each other. Paul is against sacrificing anyone. Benjamin points out that they should deliver MRX and FR13NDS to the police instead, that way they can become invisible again. Suddenly Marie appears at the door and is worried about Benjamin after he disappeared last night. Benjamin accused her of betrayal and asked her to leave. Clay agrees they should find MRX by using a public network at the cafe when made Hana to track them team to track their location. Faster than expected, Benjamin is granted access to MRX's private channel and downloads a file given by MRX. Just in time, Hana arrives and loses her job of not being able to capture Clay with so close lead. The job MRX wants Clay to do is to send malware to the Interpol system. Max apologizes to Benjamin for everything and admits he doesn't even know anything about computers. Afterward, Clay travels to Europol's headquarters, but they were surprised to know that security measures of the building have increased. The trash is dumped in a secured building, and all entrances are locked including the sewers, where Max gets his hand hurt by a nail. After many failed attempts, Benjamin notices a person leaving the building and dropping their access card, which he steals, and manages to enter the building, but soon he accessed the BND network. The next morning, Benjamin meets with MRX in his private channel to pass him a virus for hacking, but MRX tricks him and activates the desktop camera, exposing Benjamin's face on the internet. Russian hackers chase him throughout the city. Benjamin barely manages to save himself by hiding in the subway tunnels, but when Benjamin returns to the hotel, he finds his friends all dead. After picking up the bullets, Benjamin calls the police and asks for Hana, taking us back to the beginning. Now he wanted to vanish and wanted a witness protection program in exchange for all his information. He got an old flashback of last night's evening spent with Marie and where they kissed. Benjamin also asked her to run away with him. Hana and her team don't think Benjamin is trustworthy, but they don't have any alternative and believe Benjamin is the only one who can bring down MRX and FR13NDS. Benjamin is given a computer to work his magic by logging into the darknet pretending to be FBI. Soon Benjamin exposes him as a 19-year-old American guy from New York and he immediately gets arrested. As promised, Hana informs Benjamin that he'll get his new identity in a few hours while noticing a wound on his hand that looks like a nail did it. Hana doubted this because the wound was supposed to be on Max's hand according to Benjamin's story. Hana decides to investigate more and she meets with Marie, who denies having seen Benjamin since he delivered the pizzas. Lastly, Hana visits his grandmother's doctor, who explains that Benjamin's mental condition is as bad as his grandmother's and is suffering from multiple personality disorder. Soon she discovers that no bodies were found in the hotel room. Hana goes to see him again and explains she knows the truth. Max, Paul, and Stefan never existed. They're Benjamin's other personalities. He has always done all of the hacking himself, and he has always suffered the nail injury in the sewers by himself. Soon Hana tells him that according to law, people with mental disorders cannot be given witness protection. But Hana feels pity and arranges for Benjamin access to a government computer and asks him to crack a witness protection program for his new identity. Benjamin is legally released and now he lives in Scanlan's Ferry, where he meets with Marie, Max, Paul, and Stefan. It turns out that he set this all up to trick Hannah and to let her believe that Benjamin is mentally ill. In the past, when he escaped the Russian gangsters, Benjamin told his friends everything and decided to trick Hannah so that they can escape freely. With the help of Marie's knowledge of the law, they learn people with mental disorders cannot be given witness protection and set up the whole story to have holes on purpose. They also gave Benjamin's hand a wound to match Max's and retrieved the bullets from his grandmother's box as a final touch. Benjamin didn't write his name under witness protection. He deleted all his information from the system and did the same for his friends, so now they can start a new life while being truly invisible. Meanwhile, during Martin's press conference announcing their success, Hannah realizes she's been tricked but still smiles to herself. She thinks Benjamin is correct. The real criminal MRX has been caught, so she can regain her position. Subscribe to Universal Recaps and turn on notifications for regular updates. Give a thumbs up if you like our content.